G'day mate, and welcome to a shorter update about the new Oxygen Not Included Rocketry update. So first off, let's cover the basics. You know, this one's all about rocketry with a couple of new buildings thrown in, and we'll start with some of the new buildings. So we've got a gas reservoir, which is 6 tiles by 3 tiles high, and holds 150 kilograms of gas. And its main advantage is it has a gas in and a gas out, which sounds alright, except a plain room at 6 tiles by 3 tiles holds 20 kilos per tile with a high pressure gas valve. So that's 40, 60, 80, 180 kilograms for the same amount of space. You know, so I don't know if a gas reservoir, unless it gets tweaked, is going to be any particularly good to us. We also have a gas bottler, so now we can bottle up our gas, you know, from a pipe and take it to our gas bottle emptier, which unfortunately currently doesn't work. We also have a oxalite refinery, which lets us convert oxygen with gold into oxalite. Again, this is release day, so I will say that. It only came out 12 hours ago. Unfortunately, it also doesn't work. The oxalite doesn't actually pop out, because this has been running for quite some time. And the oxalite, you'll see the oxalite will slowly count up, get to 10 kilos, and then disappear. And yet, I don't have any vast amounts of oxygen down here. There's no oxalite I can mouse over. Yep, oxalite's disappeared. It does seem occasionally, if you deconstruct it, oxalite pops out. So there's oxalite a tiny bit, oxalite 110 kilos, and oxalite 3 kilos. So it does sort of work. To go with the rocketry update, there is a astronaut training center, which I should get a duplicate to come jump on and train themselves up. I've actually been playing with this for a while, as you can see. I'm all out of duplicates. Here you go. You. No, they now refuse to walk that far. But we just spin around on the rocket as fast as possible. We also have a telescope, which is a new research building to go with the new researchers, two brand new researchers, so basic rocketry and, which is very hard to reach to, intermediate rocketry. So this gives us the cargo bay, the command module, the gantry, the kerosene rocket engine, liquid fuel tank. Over here we have the gas cargo tank, the liquid cargo tank, and the special item cargo tank. So a couple of new buildings, and we'll go over those right now. We've got the kerosene rocket engine with liquid fuel tank. We have, and the rockets can only be built straight up. So that is your first warning. This is why I have engine on after engine to put all the top pieces on. So we've got a liquid fuel tank, a cargo bay, which has good old, you know, shipping containers just bolted to it, a gas cargo tank, a liquid cargo tank, the actual command module itself, a special cargo bay, and then of course the kerosene rocket itself with a gantry. Now I have built a fully fledged rocket right here and added quite a bit of petroleum, an awful lot of petroleum, with a cargo bay and a liquid tank, along with a command module. But unfortunately, even with all the updates we've had, even with the update coming out now, we still can't actually launch to space. We can go to the star map, and we do have a couple of choices. So my rocket is this one here, and with 2 fuel tanks, I can get to 3,700 kilometers. So I can't quite get out to here, but I can get to a carbon asteroid, a metallic asteroid, a rocky asteroid, a ice planet, and I can't quite get to the organic mass. Now, you can see that we need a cargo bay to gather these resources. So we can come back with refined carbon, coal, or diamonds, iron, copper, and obsidian. possibly also with some smooth hatches. Iron, copper ore, sedimentary rock, igneous rock, stone hatches, ice, carbon dioxide, oxygen, methane. So hopefully we'll have methane actually added into the next update, and some use for methane, along with Weezeworts, sleet wheat. Sleet wheat could be very, very handy. And the organic mass, the ones that the furthest out, the hardest to get to, is basically a slime biome. So we've got slime, polluted water, algae, carbon dioxide, polluted oxygen, along with the 2 new resources. So we've got a gassy moo and a gas grass seed. Unfortunately, this is all we get. We can read about them. Yeah, a gassy moo is it's an alien that lives in 0 gravity with no real care for temperature apart from cold. Cold to hot. And a gas grass seed, which obviously needs to be fed to the gassy moo, and from the looks of it, and I've already been through the food platform once, we can't actually cook it. We can't actually do anything with the new dig that out. We can't actually do anything with the new gas grass seed, apart from it's supposedly gonna off gas natural gas. So it could be handy to get more power out of our current base, considering now we're going to be putting a whole lot of petroleum into our rockets. But yes, even with a fully launched, a fully ready cargo, a fully loaded up rocket ready to go, I can't actually put an astronaut into any of my command modules. So that part of the game hasn't actually been enabled. I am looking forward to this update. It could be very, very interesting. And of course, my telescope's completely broken because, yep, game. Falling debris, which has not had any changes to it to help with that issue. All this regolith has not been changed. The auto sweepers are still broken, which happened. I'm sure they've got a bug team and a development team, and the bug team broke it, and it hasn't been improved yet. But yeah, my telescope is unfortunately still broken. The telescope, funnily enough, does have an a gas pipe in. So you actually have to pump oxygen into the telescope and provide it with glass. And provide it with glass to do research. So that's very, very, very end game. And of course, your telescope will let you pick your different targets. Oh, we also have the metallic asteroid. So, no, rocky asteroid. There we go. So there are a couple of targets to choose from. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting update. I was hoping to start a new series right about, now. Except, unfortunately, this update just seems a little bit too buggy to do anything with. The new updates aren't quite there, but we do have a lot of new codecs added. So if you click on a lot of these buildings, you can now do a inspect, and we get a new codex. So a new details about the lore and the backstory. So the director's desk is probably the first one we should start with. View entry. So Frankie's blog. And all these are custom per game. So each time you open a new game, there will be new entries you can read. Mining gun promo. There you go. My last game, it was a printing pod promo, and then the other one was I can't remember. Thermo nullifier. There you go. So yeah, it's going to be interesting moving forward. Also, we do have some new points of interest. Now, a lot of these are normally just kept in new map generations, but I'll throw these in so you can have a look. So we have, come on, we have a crashed satellite, slightly different crashed satellite, a wrecked satellite, and a crushed satellite. So we now have a couple of satellites that may be littering the top of your map when you actually start a new base. We also have fossils have been added to the... Fossils have been added to help with the steel problem, because trying to get enough eggshells to make lime was very, very difficult. So now you will hopefully find fossils in the new game. I've dug out a couple of maps and not had any luck, so maybe they're not quite in this patch yet. But the only other thing I can suggest is it's still the bug feature, whatever you want to call it, is still currently in the game. That if you put down steam turbines, they will protect whatever's underneath them. They are indestructible. Well, they take a heap of damage and they're permanently broken, but they will stop meteorites getting through. So if you're lacking on steel, dump down as many steam turbines as required. Get the duplicates to come up here every now and then and just clean them off. Just to have the actual raw resources. But yeah, steam turbines are still a wonderful way of blocking damage from satellites. And considering they're 5 tiles wide at 800 metal, they're not too bad either. Bunker tiles are obviously only 100, which would be $500. 500 for 5 tiles wide. But steel is definitely the hardest item to get your hands on, and not to mention the whole rocket now is made out of steel. So 200, 100, 1,000, 200, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. The gantry is the only thing that's not actually made out of steel. But that's quite a large amount of steel that needs to be refined to start with to make a rocket to then launch to other planets to hopefully continue your quest in keeping your poor little duplicates alive. I hope you've enjoyed this quick little intro video into what's coming in the Rocketry update. I hope to start a new series probably in about a week's time when the update's a little bit more stable, and I hope you come join me then. Your best bet is to, of course, subscribe if you haven't already, like the video if you've enjoyed this little quick update, and down in the description you'll find link to my Twitch profile. So go follow me on Twitch, because that's where I normally do most of my Oxygen Not Included content. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.